Hello! Today's video is going to be a brief overview of the features and capabilities of the Poseidon Pro. If you're looking to get more specific information about a particular feature or capability, please watch one of our other videos. There's a good chance that it'll be covered in one of them. There's going to be videos about how to charge specific devices with the Poseidon Pro and various features and capabilities of these devices. So, I've got two Poseidon Pros here on the table. The orange one is an older model, a 2020 to 2024 model. This one here on the right, the green one, is a new 2025 model. Before we get into the specifics of what is the difference between the two, let's first discuss the similarities. So obviously they both look pretty much the exact same. Both of them have a 10,200 milliamp hour battery capacity, which equates to about 2 to 2.5 phone charges. Both of them have been engineered to be exceptionally durable and reliable in the harshest of environments. They are both waterproof, certified at IP68, which means that they can be submerged with the cap or the top lid shut in about 6 feet of water for about 40 minutes. That's the official certification. They have both been tested under extreme pressures and crushing forces. They have both been dropped from extreme heights of over 100 feet and survived. So once again, these are batteries built to take a beating and built to be reliable in your outdoor adventures. So with all that being said, both of them have Armor Flex corner as well as edge protection. Both of them have kind of a latch point that you can feed like paracord or a strap of some kind. That way you can latch this to the outside of a backpack or, maybe a four-wheeler or whatever you would like to latch it to. The backs are pretty much the same in that regard. So let's go ahead and dive into what makes them different. So let's go ahead and first start with the older model, the 2020 to 2024 model. So this model, once again, is very similar to the newer models. They have a battery indicator button on the right-hand side. So when this button is pushed, it'll highlight how much battery life is left on this particular device. And then on the left-hand side, the older models have a light bulb button. This will enable and turn on the light as well as the SOS signal. So this is kind of a two-part button, whereas this one just has one function. This has two. So the other thing to note about these older models is that it comes with two ports, a 12-watt USB-A port. So again, there have been some kind of minor updates to these older models. You might have one that has maybe potentially 15 watts or maybe 18 watts. Most commonly, they're going to probably be 12 watts, but a very powerful USB-A port, as well as an 18-watt USB-C port. And this port has the capability to charge outwards as well as to charge in. So when you're recharging the Poseidon Pro after it's dead, this is the port you'll be using. And then obviously here's the flashlight and SOS. So yeah, once again, this is the 2020 to 2024 model. The reason why we're covering these older models is because there's a good chance that people will still be using these for the foreseeable future, and we want to ensure that people are, well versed in the capabilities and features of both of these models. So now for the newer model. This one obviously is a very high-vis kind of a green look. Once again, on this side, on the right-hand side, is still the battery indicator button, just like on the older model. Once again, pressing that will showcase how much battery life is left on the device. But on the left-hand side, you will see that there is a new button. It's kind of just like I'll try to focus it here in the camera, but it's kind of a downward arrow. And once again, like the older model, this particular button has two functions. So if you double tap the button, it will activate a 1-hour charging timer. So this is very handy when you're, maybe going on a day hike and you want to leave this at camp and charge like a tablet or maybe a laptop, and you don't want to fully drain the power out of this into, a larger device. So you can set this timer and it will, charge the device only for 1 hour and then shut off. leaving some power still left on this, but still providing some power to your other device. So that's very handy. And then when you long press or press and hold this button for 3 seconds, it turns on a low power mode. So all 3 ports will receive a low power mode. In essence, what they do is they go into a low power mode that will allow you to charge smaller devices. And these smaller devices could be something like a Fitbit, fitness kind of thing that would go around your wrist, or maybe even a smartwatch. Some smartwatches charge without low power mode, but there are some out there who are a little on the smaller side, and so they will probably require some form of a low power mode. Another one would be like earbuds or hearing aids. So once again, that low power mode will come in very handy when you're charging these smaller devices. So, and then once again, as I briefly mentioned here just a few seconds ago, this particular device now comes with 3 ports. So this has now been upgraded to an 18-watt USB-A port. This one is still an 18-watt both in and out port. And then this one is an additional USB-C port, which is 18 watts, but it will only charge out. So all 3 of these ports can charge out, but only the middle one can charge back into the device. So yeah, once again, there is the 2 models of Poseiodn Pro. These models came in a kind of like a military camo green, a kind of a high-vis orange color like you see here, and then also a black version. These newer models come in this high-vis kind of green. They will also come in a high-vis orange as well as a black. And there are possibly some future colors coming soon. But once again, if you've got any questions regarding the Poseiodn Pro or its capabilities, please feel free to reach out to our support team at support@darkenergy.com. They'd be happy to answer any questions for you. Once again, if you're looking for more, specifics on some of the capabilities and features, please check out our other videos on YouTube. They may help answer some questions that you may have as well. But thanks for tuning into our video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.